Hi, Van, you're on mute. Okay, there you go. Gosh, hello everybody. Good evening. I have had a terrible mishap right before the show. So I have a laptop that I edit everything on and all of our graphics and all that kind of jazz. And probably about an hour and a half before the show, when I still had a couple things left to do, my external hard drive where I keep everything corrupted. And I have lost everything that I've worked on for the channel for the last 5 months.
No.
And for my church, I have lost. It's going to scan and try to recover something, but at the moment, I've lost the last 5 months of work.
Oh my god.
So I guess it's a good time to announce, let everybody know that next weekend on the 12th, we are not having Saber Rattle.
Yes.
And so that gives me time to rebuild everything.
And we don't usually take a lot of breaks. We just had one for the holidays, but we are going to be competing with Super Bowl, and we will have finished our big endeavor. KYBER CON 3 will just have finished up. So we are probably going to be getting our rest, recovering from the con.
Yeah.
I want to also say hello to, I'm seeing a bunch of new names here. Shadowwood Jedi Temples. What's up to awesome. Mike Berger from the Jedi Council of America.
I see you on there. Isaac.
Williams back. Our fantastic sponsor for KYBER CON 3, Pod Out at Night. They only pod out at night. They mostly pod out at night.
Pod out at night. ... Let's see.
Yeah.
Hi, Alex.
From our other show, Hearts of
Yes, he's a producer.
Yeah. And you know what, Mez? I have a feeling I know why so many people are here. You want to throw that picture up?
Absolutely.
Oh, you know what? I guess I could do that too, huh?
I already did it, dude. Yeah, you can throw it up. I can throw it up. I have it ready. All right, everybody, we are giving a Saber away tonight.
We just gave away a Saber last week, Mets. This damn show is making me go broke.
Deal with it, honey.
We hit over 950. I want to say we're at like 951 or something. I think
let me check live.
951. We just barely made it.
952, honey. 952.
Oh, 952. So that means we're giving away a Saber tonight, y'all. Because I was out and about, I do not have the actual Saber in my hand. It is at the
reminds
shop.
Me of mine, but it's not the same. It's
not the same. This
Mine's
is one
the
of
assassin.
the newer models we got. This is called the Raider.
Ooh.
And we have this in black and silver. This is available on our website.
Mike is drooling.
This retails, I believe, for $119. I believe is what we have it on our website for. So someone is going to win this Saber tonight. And for everybody that has left a message in the side, and our guest tonight too, go ahead and leave a little message on the side. You might win yourself a little lightsaber. And if you do, I want to see some photos in the cosplay of that. So yeah, for everybody who is left a message on here, you are already entered in the drawing.
Already counting all them comments.
That's right. And remember, if you have 2 or 3, if you have multiple YouTube accounts, every separate entry counts. So you can jump over to your you can jump over to your other YouTube accounts, and you can get yourself multiple entries. It's so good to see Isaac back too, and I see my student Danny.
Yes, and William. He's been back for a few weeks now. It's good to see your name again.
Dude, Danny is so determined to win a saber. He has been tuning into every single show. I keep telling him it's only Sunday nights that we give out a saber.
So oh my gosh. You remember at the end of After Dark. So guys, Friday night we have an After Dark show. We kind of talk about topics, and at the end we have a little plugs that we do. And I took my plug to explain to Danny how the Saber Rattle giveaways work. And I took that and make it a short so people will know more.
Only on Sunday nights. But you know what else is exciting? We are at 9:52, which means our very next giveaway is our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And that means something special.
What kind of saber are you going to give away, then?
We are giving away a NeoPixel lightsaber on the next giveaway. One of the expensive ones. I'm going to have to save up a lot of my lunch monies.
Wait, because, NeoPixel saber, yay! Okay.
Hey, Leo! You got a saber once.
No, I didn't mean to hit it again. It's on loop. Sorry.
All of our sabers are what we call combat sabers, meaning this is not like the stuff that you buy at the amusement parks down south. You can actually fight with these. In fact, you will probably break your friend before you break the saber. They all come with 12 colors, or as I like to say, red plus 11. They come with 10 different sound fonts, including Luke, Vader, Obi-Wan. Ooh. Move it side to side. Smooth swing is there. Give it a little pop in the hand. Holy crap. There you go. Flash on crash. It's rechargeable and loud, as you can hear. Get that away from the mic. Yes, 1,000 subs, so only 50 more. That means that potentially next Sunday, if we get 50 more people, which I honestly think we will, because we will have con next Sunday, and we will have the KCP table there with Miss Aubrey and Mr. Anthony as our representatives.
The resistance is dead. The war is over.
I like it when it says that.
So it's very, very possible, and I very much believe that it's possible that next Sunday we will be giving away that NeoPixel lightsaber.
Woo! And everyone, yes, thank you. Smash that like button. That really helps us out with getting seen by people. So this is the saber up for giveaway. But you know what's next, Van? Do you know what's next in our little thing that we got here? Nerdy news. Nerdy news. You know why the title card is different? Because I lost everything.
I know, I love the little graphic.
I literally had to make this from scratch 30 minutes before show. Which is why, and I do apologize to our guests today. That's why I got the link ready so late, was because I was trying to just save my butt for tonight's show. So, okay, nerdy news. First, guys, DC news from James Gunn. So they had the big announcement this last week. It was blowing people's socks off in a sense. They got the Batman 2 will be coming. They got Supergirl movies they announced, Green Lantern TV show, and more. And so if you guys want to check that out, I included a article in the description from Hollywood Reporter talking all about it. And so with the next slide I have ready for you, Van, can you make a guess?
Wait, we only have one nerdy news topic tonight?
No. Well, technically two. One thing is nerdy news. So
you're asking me to guess the second nerdy news topic.
Yes, I'm asking you to guess it.
I'm guessing it's going to have to be Star Wars related somehow.
Kind of. Guys, as you know, Kyber Cave is hosting KYBER CON 3 this coming Saturday in Fairfield, California. If you buy the tickets ahead of time, it is only $10. You buy them at the door, it is $15. There are vendor spots available. So you can go to kybercave.com and just go to KYBER CON 3 tab, and you can book your tickets there or even reserve a booth as a vendor. There's informational vendor price, and then there's selling vendor prices, and there's 2 different sizes of booths that you can purchase.
3 different sizes, informational too. Well, no, I guess you're right. 2 sizes, 3.
Yes,
sorry, my bad.
Gosh, man, shush. I love you. Okay. Also, we have a costume contest, and we have hourly giveaways. We have panels coming with our guests who will be moderated by yours truly. Holy crap. which still kind of blows my mind. And the first 50 people in the door in costume will get a $5 coupon to use at the vendors.
Right. So you can actually get in for only $5.
Yeah. So there's your nerdy news for today, guys. Don't forget we have our guest John D. Michaels from Squid Game coming. Eric Voss and Tommy Bechtold from New Rockstars will also be there. Joshua Pilla, he was been a guest on our show a couple of times, and Alan Fernandez, the last living Tusken Raider from Star Wars: A New Hope. So
and
that is our.
This is going to be the only Squid Game actor who has come to the United States and who has come to a con. Quite frankly, John D. Michaels, VIP #1, will be here, and it will be his only appearance in the United States. So
yes.
if you've been wanting to meet any of the Squid Game actors, this is your chance.
Yes, and we will have opportunities for autographs and pictures as well. So all the details of that will get sorted out probably tonight after the show. Fan and I will have a very long meeting. All right, guys. So that is it for nerdy news.
What's up, Alex?
I'm catching up on the comments. Cons.
I know.
Like and subscribe. Yeah, we have 19 people here.
We need a con in Minnesota.
That's
we need
amazing.
to do a traveling con. That would be fun.
Like a touring con. Will there be sabers available for purchase at KYBER CON 3 van?
There will be, and in fact, we have a whole brand new shipment that is on its way from China right now. So
KYBER Cave will have KYBER Cave will have its own booth there selling sabers.
KYBER Cave will, and KYBER Cave Productions will have its own booth again, where you'll get to meet a couple of the stars.
Be like, hi.
We'll have our brand new stickers for KYBER Cave Productions, and we're gonna have our sweaters coming soon. So we're slowly getting stuff together.
It's slowly coming together. All right. So next, guys, in our segments, we have our flow of the show. Our producer James Kaiser brings us a flow every week, and this week, dude, it's pretty freaking sick. This flow is named Lucas Knab. I think it's how you pronounce his last name. And this is called a dragon sword. It is freaking cool. Like I'm watching it so I put some epic music too, because I thought it was pretty sick.
All right,
guys, without further ado, thank you, James Kaiser. Here is your flow of the show. Wasn't that really, really neat looking? Like, dude, I was just mesmerized. So I had to do a fire title for him. So like, and it came right from his sword. I was like, that was an accident.
Oh wow, that is so cool. Obviously for those that are coming out, Joshua Pilla, he is a world class flow artist. He does that sort of thing, not with the flaming blades, but with lightsabers. He also does gloving as well. But the one thing I was gonna say about that is we've had people that have done flow with fire, but I've never seen anybody do like the arm rolls and stuff like that.
Yeah, he
Wow,
was like
something was
arm
on
rolling
fire.
it, and it had its own like spinning thing with it too, and it was really,
Yeah.
really neat to watch.
That was super cool. Super cool. All right. Thank you very much. I love that. Woohoo. All right. We ready for our next segment, ma'am? I'm trying to get through
Next, yes, our next segment is our guest. You like to introduce?
Okay. Our next guest, I had the privilege of being on a show last week on. I was on Age Scott. For those that watch the show, you've seen Age on this show a couple of times. He was just talking about his new book that he had come out. And so I was on his show promoting KYBER Con 3, and I met our lovely next guest. Right away, I was intrigued by her. She has an incredible cosplay collection, as well as a Friday night webcast show that she does. So this is our chance to learn more about her. Please give it up for Miss Shaunte Neely. Woo!
That's so nice.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm honored to be here with you guys. I was excited. I was like, oh, I hope I'm not late. And I wanted to make sure I was here.
I
So,
must admit, when we were talking, I was learning about all this amazing stuff you did, and I didn't know you did artwork as well.
yeah, I'm pretty. I wear many hats. I will say I I don't like to be too cocky, but I do wear many hats. So
Now, do you have anything like that you specialize in, or like are you mostly known for say cosplay, but you do art and you do the radio show as well, or are you mostly known for the radio, or you're known for everything?
that's a good question because I honestly feel like I'm known for everything, but I'm really big in the cosplay community though. That's something that I've been doing for since 2010.
Right.
I've been in the game a long time. I'm one of the OGs. You know what I mean? So I definitely been doing that a lot longer. But I mean, not longer than my artwork. But I didn't put my artwork out until I really felt comfortable to. So I'm just known for many things. I'm not really sure. But
And
I'm very big in the cosplay community.
how did you first get into cosplay? What was it that attracted you?
It was funny because it was someone that I was with at the time that introduced me to that world, and I knew about it, but I had never really went. And so when I went, I was like, wait, I can make that. I could make that. I could make that. And so I just immediately, took because I've always been into crafts.
Right.
I've always did it everything like that. My grandmother taught me how to sew, so I've been sewing by hand. I do not have a sewing
Wow.
machine. Yeah,
All your
so all
costumes
my
that you have, that you did those by hand?
yeah, I do those by hand. They take me some time, but I do them. I made my costumes by hand for sure. Cause
Wow.
yeah, it's just what I do. I don't know how to use a sewing machine, so it's just like my grandmother taught me how to sew. So
Right.
I just go with that. You know,
Right. Now,
yeah.
when you are putting together a costume, I saw you. I mean, you have a number of different characters, and that wasn't even a taste of the beginning of
No,
all the characters that you do. Do you try to be like screen accurate, or do you put it together enough so that people recognize who it is, or how important is all that to you?
I'm a perfectionist. That's just me. You
Hmm.
know, I like to put my own twist on certain things, but I do like to. I follow the comic books.
Hmm.
I definitely follow the comic books. I grew up with comic books, so I like to have it how it is in the books. You know, I don't usually do my costumes for the movies. You know, I don't know. You guys saw my wasp, but that's
Right.
that's not in the movie. You know, I definitely do have a perfectionism in me, but I mean most people are gonna recognize it if they recognize it, but I'm having fun with it too as well, you know, and
Right.
that's what matters. But I do like to get it accurate. I'm pretty big on it. I will say that.
Right. Now, how often are you going to cons? I mean, I realize the last couple of years have been weird with COVID and everything, but I mean, are you going, I mean, every weekend you're looking for a con, or is it, a couple of times a year, or do you try to go to
Um,
like big ones, or do you go to small ones, medium, all over the scale? What kind of cons do you like?
well, you asked me several different questions. Let me see.
That's my ADD brain right there kicking in.
Let me see. Okay, so boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna answer all of them too. So, well, I used to go to the cons all the time. That's when I had time to do that.
Right.
But I started to further my career in other things. You know, my art career has furthered itself. My other careers in regular life to pay them bills has
Right.
furthered
Right.
itself. So, you know, I don't have the time to just go to the cons and stuff like that all the time. But I do like to go to Stockton Con. I do
Mm.
like, you know, I like the Bay Area cons. I like SAC Anime. It used to there was another con. Used to be called what is it? Big Wow, but
Okay.
it's called Silicon Valley now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, but that was my breakout con. That
Yeah.
was the con that I broke out because you know I wore I feel one of my best freest costumes there. So I mean I don't judge the cons. I like to see my friends. I like
Right.
to network. I like to just meet a whole bunch of people. I am super friendly. I just love the community for what it is, you know. So
And
but
do
I
you
mean,
ever?
this year I plan on going a little bit more. I think I might
Mhm.
have some more time to go a little bit more this year.
And do you go to like? Do you ever go to cons and somebody is like, "Oh my god, I saw you as Storm," or "I saw you as such the Wasp," or whatever? Do you have people that that know you from your past costumes?
Oh yeah, yeah. I put myself. I work hard. I put myself out there. I do have my little baby fan base. You know,
Right.
but people know my hard work. People, I've done costumes for people before. I've helped people with costumes. I've done panels. I've done shows. People know my costumes, and people know who's behind it. You got to be your best advertiser. You know what I
Right.
mean? You got to
Right.
promote yourself, and I do that.
Right.
So yeah, I got some autographs. I did some things, you know.
Well, I like that you were talking about how you were into the comics. I like that that you're not just someone that's just like, "Oh, that's a pretty costume, that's a cool costume, I'm going to do
Yeah,
that." Like you seem to know something about the characters that you're
yeah.
doing.
It's important for me to know about the character.
Do you
I'm
feel
not
like
gonna.
that helps you get into character more like
Yes,
if you know their
yeah.
mind state or
100%.
Mhm.
100%. When I'm in that costume, I am that person. Trust me. I am wearing that 100%. I feel like it's important. I mean, you gotta really utilize that costume, you know?
Right.
And so when I'm in a costume, I feel like I put all this work into this. I did all this, I've been nervous and crazy about it and all this. Like, why not be that character when you go? You got to really pull it off,
Right.
and it got to mean something to you. It means something to me. You know what I mean? I can't judge anyone else, but I know it means something to me.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah.
And
Mhm.
you're in a little bit unique position because let's just face it, this tends to be a white male dominated kind of thing, or it used to be. I see it changing a lot over
Mhm.
time. Being a woman of color in doing something that's typically a white male thing, do you think that's made it easier for you to stand out or more difficult for you to get like, a foothold in and get recognition?
I think it's both. I think that I do have to try. I do have to work harder to get the recognition. I did have to, but as far as standing out, I mean, I just got to excuse my language, but I just got a badass personality, regardless of what I'm wearing. You know what I
Right.
mean? I'm gonna stand out, okay? But I think that it was difficult for me because when I tell people that I'm an OG, I really mean that. And I stand on it because I've had to work really hard for my name. When I was cosplaying, when I first started cosplaying, it wasn't for people, for women my color, it wasn't as popular like that when I started.
Right. Right.
As
You
it
may have
is,
been
as
one or
it is
two
today.
of women of color at a con back when you started, right?
It wasn't really, I wouldn't really see that many at the time. And we
Right.
struggled with that. I have a lot of people that, we struggled with that. And for what I'm seeing today, oh, it blows I'm just so proud. I just be like, yes, girl. Yes,
Right.
man. Like, I just be so proud because I'm like, they're using what they have now. They're using the times today. And I
Right.
really, really love that. You know what I mean? I love that there's younger people that's in the game. I love that they're really prospering. They're getting noticed. I just love that because it's like it makes me feel like everything I did wasn't in vain. I pushed
Right.
hard
Right.
to see these people do what they're doing,
Right.
and I love my community. I love what they're doing. And that's
You
just so
kind of helped
awesome.
set this foundation of where it's going to towards now.
Yeah.
And you were talking about the young people, but you can see I got a little bit of white in my beard here, but I even love you're starting to see now older people dressing up like Luke,
Exactly.
Han Solo, and
Everyone is
Leia.
coming in. Yeah.
Everybody's doing. I feel like we're in this unique time period where people are more accepting for you just to be who you are, even
Let's see who
if
you
who
are.
you are is a costume character.
Exactly. It's a community that I really, really appreciate just because when I was feeling like, oh, I'm not gonna break out, I'm not gonna stand out because, I'm a woman of color, these people hugged me and loved me, and really and really brought me in and embraced me. I wouldn't be where I'm at today if I hadn't been embraced by the things that they were doing.
Right.
I'm sorry.
You got guests. That's your entourage.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, I wouldn't be like where I'm at had I not been embraced by the community itself, and it's more of love. And to me, it's not a popularity contest. I just
Right.
feel like I'm gonna do what the heck, you know what I mean? I wanna
Right.
do it.
Right.
So yeah.
Have you had any experiences of little girls coming up to you and feeling like maybe
That's the
you
woman.
can be inspirational to little kids?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, it is the kids that brings it all together. I'm trying to tell you the love that you get from those kids when they see you and they really in their mind be like, oh my God,
That's really
like,
Storm.
oh my God, they really be that makes you feel like, dang, I am that person. Like
Right.
the kids are everything. And I've had an experience one time and this girl was just like she was pulling on me and I was Storm, and she was just like, I've been watching you since I've been watching X-Men. My grandmother, my mom showed me. It's like, I just love you. And I was just like, I'm in my mind like, ooh, that's not me, girl. But but
Right.
I embraced it because I was just like, I'm in tears every time, every time. That's what makes it go. That's what makes that whole moment just be everything. That's why
Right.
that's what I'm saying.
Have you had a chance to, or I don't know, you may not be interested, but Have you done any like charity events, like visiting sick children or foster kids or anything like that? Or
Oh, 100. You have to. I mean, I'm not saying that everybody had to, but for me, I had to.
right,
I was an orphan. I grew up. I've been in juvenile. I've been in the system before. I definitely thought it was important for me that I went to go to hospitals, do fundraiser events, things like that, because we gotta do more outside of just going to the con. We
right,
gotta
right,
do way more than that, because when you brighten someone's day, when you brighten a child's day, it's everything. It's
right,
everything. Not even just a child, just people in general. So I feel
right.
like it's really important to just utilize that and use it more, especially the characters that we have out there that are so influential, you know what I mean? Because they're not made up, they're not just made up. You know what I mean? These characters they come from something. They come from something real. You just gotta embrace it, and it's just good to give back. You want to give back to the community. It's not about being just popular. You got to give back.
Right. Do you have of all? Well, first off, how many different? If you open up your closet right now, how many different costumes could you pull out?
um, whoo, child.
You didn't know there was
But
gonna be math involved in the show tonight.
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, so right now at the moment, probably 10.
Wow.
10 at the moment. But then but then it's like I create I create more and add more to different ones and create things on it, so it just
Right.
I don't know.
Some
I
are
really,
ongoing, some are
yeah,
continuously
yeah.
being tweaked.
I have the ones I really rock, and I have the ones I'm like maybe later, so
Right. Right.
yeah.
So with you, how do you decide, like, with so many different costumes and stuff like that, do you just be watching like a show or something and go, oh my god, I need to do that next? Or how do you or is it like maybe there's a new movie coming out and you want, the movie's gonna be big, so you're
Mhm.
gonna be the next Jedi or whatever. How do you decide what costume you're gonna put together next?
You know what? You literally said everything except for it depends. It depends. Excuse me. It depends on my mood sometimes. Like
Right.
I will have in my mind of what I'm gonna wear until like the week before and be like, you know what? Maybe I want to do that, because I'm just like that. I am my best at last moment, like the
Right.
last minute. I am my best. I'll be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna just do this real quick." It's really more of my mood. Like, or if there is a show that's out, and then I got my fiance, so I try to match him sometimes.
Right.
So whatever he's wearing, I try to like match him sometimes as well. But it really is my mood. I don't really be knowing. I be having like 2 to 3 costumes in the car when I go. So I always
Yeah,
got a backup anyway.
right. Because I was thinking, well, right now, obviously, Ant-Man and Quantum Mania is, the big thing everybody's
Mhm.
talking about, and you have a Wasp costume, which I think is fantastic because it seems like you had the Wasp costume even before Wasp was like
Oh,
people were really knowing
yes,
about Wasp.
yes, yes, I do. Because I like I told you, I'm with the comic books. I'm old school. I grew up reading comic books. I grew up with all those old images. That's just what I know. And
Right.
I love the new stuff. I love the movies, costumes, but I definitely love to embrace some of the old schools so they're not forgotten. So I
Right.
feel like when I make certain costumes, I definitely go back in the times. I definitely go back because they shouldn't be forgotten. So, but when we do events and stuff like that, I'm not really worried about what anyone else is wearing. I'm gonna wear that one.
Right.
I'm gonna rock that. This is
Right.
how I get down.
Have you ever thought about? I know you're into comic books and then making the costume and stuff, but have you ever thought about like original characters or original storylines? Like, have you ever thought about writing your own comic book and what those characters would look like, what that world would look like?
I'm working on something right now.
Oh,
I'm working on something right now. I don't talk about it as much because I feel like I haven't done as much on it
right,
for that I feel comfortable. Really, I share a profile of the young lady that I'm working on. It's a vampire, but it's a vampire demon, but I just, when I get to where I really like the story and I'm comfortable with it, which I hope by this year, then I'll show it more. But I'm working on it already, and I'm working on a children's book too. So I got some things
Wow.
in the work, but I'm doing it all by myself, plus many other things. So I like to take my time with greatness. I don't like to rush anything. So
Right.
I just let it be. You'll see it when
Right.
you see it, and it's gonna be up and stuff.
Right. So do you then tend to be the type of person that maybe has like 5 projects going at the same time slowly, or one that you're hyper focused on?
Ooh, that's a good one. I kind of feel like all the above. I always have like a million things going on, but then there would be like this one thing I know for sure. This is for sure that's gonna come out this time and that time and that time. I know an official date. But
Right.
I always keep a whole bunch of things running because I just don't like to be lazy. Even
Right.
when I'm down, I just like to make sure I have a whole bunch of things coming out and a whole bunch of things running and a whole bunch of this.
Right.
That's just how I am. I definitely just feel like I'm able to multitask like that. And I just know that I have a lot of ambition. So it's not
Gotcha.
very hard for me. If I'm going to be overwhelmed, I'm going to be overwhelmed with my dream. You
Nice.
know?
I'm digging
Yeah.
it. So,
Yeah.
with all of that being said, on top of all this, you also have your podcast show, right?
Hmm.
Tell everybody a little bit of what that's about, and then we'll also just so everybody knows, we will have the links down in the bottom in the descriptions for all of Shaunte's stuff, so you can check that out after the show. But tell us a little bit about your podcast show, what that is about, and how often you do it.
Well, me and my amazing team, I wanted to do something. We wanted to do something where it's like, when you get off work, you just want to kick back.
Right.
The whole world is full of politics and it's full of this and it's full of that. And it's all the drama of the world. We want to kick back and, it's called happy hour. We want to kick
Right.
back and just, shoot the, shoot
Right.
it. You know what I
Right.
mean? And you know the word I'm saying. But,
Right.
you want to just, you just kind of want to just hang out. It's like a hangout. Everyone, we want to promote new artists. We want of all types.
Right.
You're a singer, you're an artist, you draw, you're a DJ, you rap, anything that you do, anything that's your craft that you really want to put out there to the world and really just kind of talk your mess and really just promote yourself out there. That's what I wanted to do. And then we have a whole nother hour where we talk about some grown stuff, and the
Right.
stuff the stuff that people are scared to talk about.
I'm
You know what I'm
telling you.
saying?
See, man, Metza, and she does this on. You know when her show is, but tell people when your show is. By the way,
It's Friday, every other Friday at 8 p.m.
so
Every other
exactly the
Friday.
same time that we do a show that sounds very similar. We do a show called Kyber Cave After Dark, and
See?
it's just a bunch of grown people talking about things that sometimes are not polite to talk about in mixed company, but we try to make it a safe space for people just to speak their
To
mind,
be
whatever it
free.
is, whatever
Yeah.
it is.
We
And
shoot the
yeah,
That's
that's when
what
you
I'm
see the sailor come
saying.
out in me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you just always want to, you always want to have that space where it's like I'm an adult. I should be able to
Right,
talk about the taboo. Like you want to
right,
have a safe space. No one's judging you. No one cares. Just talk your mess and
right,
really hang
right,
out amongst other people that are laughing with you and talking about it with you because there's a lot of conversation in relationships, a lot of conversations in sex. And everything doesn't have to be, just super, super gross. You can really have real conversations with that. And I just feel like, I like to talk about things people are afraid of. I'm pretty
right.
bold.
Oh
My
man,
whole
Shante,
team is bold.
you do your show every other Friday. I think I'm gonna need to try to figure out a way to book you on my show on the Fridays that you ain't doing your show.
I know I will be here, boo. I will be here if you want me. If you want me here, I will make time for you. Me and you kicked it off. Shout out to Age, in the soup, you know what I mean? Because I
Yep,
believe in
yep.
network. I believe in networking. I definitely, when we have people on our show, I always try to mix up everybody. I want people to network and move here and move there. And so I'm just, me and you kicked it off. I already knew we was gonna do some projects. We was gonna work together.
Oh yeah.
So, I'm just ready. Like, you welcome with us all the time. And I'm
Woo-hoo.
actually doing a new podcast too. I just be putting too much on myself. But I'm but
You should
I'm
ask
doing
my director about that. I got that woman stressed out.
Honey,
Right,
literally, the point
right.
of you being on here is to plug yourself.
Oh my God. I be like, why did I start something again? Like I can't help it. I can't help it. Like I have a star spirit. I'm just like one of those, like, I'm just gonna shine. My grandmother put that in me. So I just feel like I just gotta shine because
Right.
I just feel like when people have people in this world can diminish people's talents and make them feel like they can't shine bright and show the world who they are. And I just feel like I've been through that before. And so now, in the place in my life now, I feel like I gotta shine bright. I
Right,
just have
right.
to. I have to, So I just don't got no choice. But I do have one coming up. I don't have an official date, but I do have another podcast. It's gonna be more about me personally. It's not going to be music and things like that too much, but it'll definitely be a little bit more about me. I will be kind of focusing a little bit more on the cosplay community, mental health and things like that. It'll be more of a sentimental show. So
Dude, I'm so telling you, it's so funny. For the people that are watching in the audience, I just want you to know that we have never actually met in the real world yet. Hopefully, you're coming out this Saturday to KYBER CON, and we get a chance to meet there.
I'm trying to. I'm like, man, I'm trying to go to the joint, man. Like,
Oh,
I don't know where it's at. I don't know.
it's going to be right here in Fairfield. I got a flyer. We'll get. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the
Okay,
information.
well,
We'll get the
we'll talk.
information out there. But
We'll talk.
yeah, in
Yeah,
fact, we're going to talk about it more on this show too because we're
yeah,
promoting the hell out of
yeah,
it this week.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I find it like so interesting. Like, I've been doing this show for 2.5 years. We do it weekly, and every once in a while, you run into people. A great example is Anthony. Anthony on our other show, Kyber Cave After Dark. There's
Mm.
another gentleman, Graveyard, where I interviewed him on the show, and I was like, "Oh, dude, we're gonna kick it! Like, this is about to be my homie right here." You know what I mean?
Oh, we
Like,
homies. I already told you we was homies. I'm like, I don't just be meeting people. Like, I'm the type of person that I can make anybody my best friend as long as you treat me right and you funny and you fun to be around. Like I will always, you know what I'm saying? We gonna always be besties. And I feel like you a good dude. Like we
Paula
gonna.
Hogan says, "I admire this lady."
Oh, don't make me blush.
So yeah, hopefully we're gonna have you. Well, definitely we're gonna figure out how to get you on a Kyber Cave After Dark, and then I'm hoping we can get some other projects and things going too. What do you see for yourself in this next year? I feel like you feel like the type of person to me to be like when you were during COVID, just like pent up, ready to break loose, ready to get back out in the world. Now that you're able to roam and do everything again, what is it that you want to get accomplished this year?
Oh, I want to love myself more this year. I feel that I can push further with the career goals and the dreams that I have if I love and take care of myself more. I
Right.
feel like I've dropped the ball a couple of times, but I feel that if I'm able to push through that, I mean, I've done art shows, but I want to have my own gallery. I want to host more events. I want to own my own shop. I just want to. I mean, to be honest with you, I want to do everything. I want to work from. I want to work for more celebrities. I just feel like the sky's the limit. I'm not really cut down to just one particular thing. Like I said, I wear many hats, and if I keep working at every single one of those hats and making every single one of those hats bigger, whichever one the Lord blesses, then I'm gonna go for it. So
What you know what? Whatever hat you decide to wear, I know it's gonna look fantastic.
it's gonna be fly, boo.
Shaunte, I have had
It's gonna be with
I have
it.
had an absolute pleasure talking to you tonight. I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to collaborate and do other work with you. Is there anything if you were to meet if you had that little 7-year old cosplayer right in front of you, looking up to you, loving on you, what would you tell that little 7-year old? What would be your life advice for them?
I would say that look, there's cruel people in the world, but you cannot focus on them. If you really want to be this, and this is where you want to go, and this gives you joy, and this gives you pleasure, and this makes you happy, do that. I feel like a lot of people stop doing what they're doing because they're getting teased, and people are bullies. It's too many bullies out there in the world.
Right.
And I'm gonna be honest. It's okay to stand up for yourself, but do it the right way, and make sure you don't allow nobody to tear you down. If you can't let nobody take your smile away, because the moment somebody take your smile away, you're not gonna do what you want to do. And if you want to cosplay something, because we have this. Oh, you're not the right color to cosplay this, and you're not the right size to cosplay that. That don't
Right.
excuse my language, but that don't goddamn matter. Okay.
Right.
You need to do what makes you happy. This is a fun space. This is a community. This is about love and loving yourself and having a good time. And I feel like when a child looks into the mirror, they should love themselves, and they shouldn't have to feel like that. You know what I mean? Let a kid be a kid. You know what I
Right.
mean? They should be in that moment. That's what I tell them all the time. Be happy. Oh,
Right.
and I've had kids come up to me and was like, I wanted to do this, but all my friends were making fun of me. Well, if your friends was then you need to get away from them. You gotta go. You
Right.
gotta
Those
get
aren't your
away from
friends.
them. It is better to be, within yourself and be happy than to be around people that are going to be prejudging you, judging you, and making you feel like you can't do this. Because I'm telling you, if you take the joy of a child being able to dress up away from them, I mean, what kind of person are you?
I don't want to live in that world.
Yeah, come out, right? Like, come out. So yeah, they gotta do what they do, and it's nothing wrong with make believe. It's nothing wrong with just having some fun with it. It's nothing wrong with still dreaming.
Right.
Be a kid. Allow
Right.
yourself to be a kid. I feel like a lot of kids are forced to grow up way too fast, and they shouldn't have to do that. So that's
Right.
what I would say. I mean, I probably would say more, but I can't say it all right now.
Well, Alex says you are so awesome. It looks like everybody's loving on you tonight.
Well, thank you guys.
Shaunte, I have had an absolute pleasure talking to you tonight. I always love when I can meet positive people in my community that are doing it for the right reason, and
Hmm.
I can't wait to meet up with you and
Hmm.
just vibe on that energy.
Okay. We gonna have energy, boo. You gotta be ready for me. I'll be tearing the place up. But
Well,
yeah.
we will see on Saturday. Shaunte, thank you so much for being with us tonight, and I will
Okay.
talk to you soon.
Okay. Thank you for having me. I'm very honored. I
Th-
appreciate that. Thank you
Thank you,
so
and good
much.
luck. Make sure to leave a comment in there and tell your fiance to leave a comment. Maybe y'all will win the saber.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Bye.
All right,
Bye.
y'all.
Bye, everybody.
Roll that stuff.
Yeah.
Did you see that Gamora? That was
Yes.
sick.
I'm the one who put it together, fam.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Yes, I've seen it.
Never mind. I forgot who I was talking to.
Oh my goodness. And you better not forget, honey. Okay?
Oh, that was such a fun interview.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it.
It's really
So
cool
thank you,
meeting
Tay.
people in our community, especially, like I go to so many of these cons. I mean, I know there's tons of people, but you tend to see a lot of the same people over and over again. So it's refreshing to meet people that I haven't met yet that are doing good things in the community.
Yes, Bat Mike said great interview. Yes, I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Bat Mike.
Montage was sick. Thank you, Aaron. I edited that earlier today. I usually do most of my edits on Saturdays.
You should see the montages she puts together when her computer doesn't blow up.
I usually do my edits on Saturdays, but yesterday I was doing a ton of work for the con, for the moderating of the panel, and so I didn't get that done until today. And then for some of you who saw an hour and a half before the show, my drive went corrupt, and so I am running a scan, but I may have lost everything I've done for the channel for the last 5 months and for my church. So yeah, but we are not having Saber Rattle on the 12th, so that will actually give me time to rebuild everything that I can think of. I did for the next 2 weeks.
Don't forget, we are here every Sunday night at 7 p.m. except for when we're not. And we're letting you know that next Sunday we will not be here. We will be recovering from KYBER CON 3 as well as getting the computer systems back up. And it's Super Bowl. Super Bowl will still be running, and I really am not trying to compete against Super Bowl.
And we actually have in our home here, we host a massive Super Bowl party every year.
Yeah, that'd be just a little loud.
We usually have about 40 to 50 people in our house.
Yeah. So we will not be here next Sunday night, but the Sunday after that. And I guarantee, I'm just going to put it out there right now. I am just saying it right now for all people that are online right now. Since we are off next Sunday, we are only 50 people away. We've got a con next Sunday that we are going to meet more than 50 people at. I'm just going to say it right now. 2 Sundays from now, we're giving away a NeoPixel.
Ooh,
And that means that this channel is just that far away from becoming a real little YouTube channel. We will have met our requirement of having 1,000 subscribers. And then the only other requirement we'll need to meet is 1 more 1,000 watch hours within this year. We've already gotten 3,000. So knocking out that other 1,000 is.
And we're knocking it out pretty quick. And don't forget, KYBER CON is this Saturday.
This Saturday,
there's
be
a link
there or be headed. All right.
Oh Next my goodness!
And I don't know if you saw, I got to see our fabulous producer Kevin Hogan. I ran into.
Yes, I did get to see the post. I liked it. Yes. Van here got to meet Kevin, or not meet, but he got to meet up with Kevin Hogan, our next segment producer.
What a nice little transition, huh?
Yes, a little segue there. Oh, I see what you did there. So Kevin Hogan is our producer who goes to conventions every weekend and gives us a report. And when we have our show on the 19th, I was trying to do math. I'm expecting one for KYBER CON.
Dude, wait, really quickly before we go to clip.
Yeah.
Kevin, I'm only saying this because Kevin put this post out himself. But when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, dude. Like, I was like, I can't believe it, but then I could believe it at the same time. So he was like doing his taxes or something like that, and he sat down, and I guess he keeps the receipts from all the cons that he goes to. How many cons do you think Kevin went to last year alone?
210.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's pretty ambitious. There's 365 days in a year. That would be a lot of cons. He went to 66.
I don't know how to add. That's all.
Yeah, he only goes on weekends. He doesn't go on days.
Yeah, I should have figured that part out. I was thinking like 2
exist.
Cons a weekend is what my brain was thinking. And then that would be 104.
66 cons.
The fact that I haven't been to a con in 6 years at all, and the last one I went to wasn't even like a nerdy con. I'm of course in awe.
What's up, Dragon Emperor's Graveyard? Yes, you did make it in. You made it in for the drawing. Just keep in mind, don't forget, we still have our drawing. What's up? We still have our drawing at the end of the show. We are giving away a saber tonight. I do want to let you know there are a couple rules. Actually, we'll do that right before we give the saber away, though. So not a problem.
66. All right.
66.
Our next segment is Kevin Hogan's report. So without further ado, please enjoy his report.
Hello, this is Kevin Hogan from Northern California with another episode of California Comic-Con Adventures. On the weekend of January 28th, 2023, LumaCon over in Petaluma of Northern California had its free Comic-Con over at the library there. It was a fun event there with hundreds of fans filling up the area with all sorts of fun costumes there from Marvel, anime, and all sorts of different fun creative ideas that lots of local friends came out to see there. We got to see lots of different groups show off their creative costumes. The Star Wars creative Star Wars cosplayers of the 501st Legion were there showing off their stuff there. We also saw people from the Charles Schultz Snoopy and Charlie Brown Museum there was there with the booth. That was fun. There was lots of cool stuff to see there. They have this free Comic-Con every year there in Petaluma, so if you're ever in the area, definitely recommend checking it out there. And also in Southern California on January 29th at the Pasadena Convention Center was Pasadena Comic-Con there. We saw quite a line there to get into that event there, and they had a lot of cool cars outside there, such as the Pizza Mobile there from Pizza Planet there from the Toy Story movies there, and also that one Jeep there from the Jurassic Park franchise there. We saw some really cool cosplays walking around that convention center there, some neat furries there, also some cool Pokemon trainers there, lots of cool Star Wars cosplayers, of course, there, like Boba Fett in their armor there, the Emperor Palpatine. It was really awesome seeing them walk around there. And we saw some voice actors from Hell of a Boss there and some other celebrities walking around there signing autographs, so it was really fun there. So if you're ever in Southern California there, they have some really big, awesome Comic-Cons going on down there. It's really fun to check out there. And for those of you interested in upcoming future events there, on the weekend of February the 11th through the 12th is going to be Long Beach Comic-Con. That's going to be at the Long Beach Convention Center. And also on the weekend of February the 11th, our friends over at Ohana Comic-Con are going to be visiting the Turlock area in Central California there. And our friends over in Kyber Cave are going to be having KYBER CON 2023. That's on February the 11th from noon to 5 p.m. That's going to be up here in Fairfield in Northern California there on February the 11th. So look forward to seeing you all there. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the picks, and we'll see you out there at the next Comic-Con.
Nice.
Yes, and Kevin goes to some of the cons. I like his last little comment that he'd like to see more of the car show mix with the cons.
Mm-hmm.
That's always fun.
I accidentally went to a car show once.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, nearby here, there's a thing called Apple Hill that happens in the fall. And I know, me too, Thomas. I wish you could make it as well. And you go and there's apple pies, apple donuts, like in all these different things and all these events. And I lost my train of thought.
You're talking about Apple Hill car show.
Oh yes, okay. So when I went there last year with a friend, there was about 15 Cobras all lined up together.
Oh wow!
Which is like the car that you see Austin Powers drive in the Spidey.
Right.
There's 15 different ones all lined up, and I have my camera with me, so I was like, chick. I got pictures of the engine and like the inside, and it was like really, really cool.
Apple Hill car shows is what Kevin says.
That literally was called because like I happened to go on a day that was there. I was like, oh hey, cool. Totally on purpose.
Well, you walked in at the right time. And next weekend, you will be at one of the greatest cons, KYBER CON. This is number 3.
I will be at KYBER CON 3 if y'all want to come out.
And you can meet Mez in person. You can meet myself. You can meet Aubrey and Anthony from Kyber Cave After Dark. And Kevin Hogan, cool. The producer of the segment you just watched.
Aubrey and Anthony will be there.
We'll be there as well, and you can get autographs from them, hang out, take pictures.
And I'll be there moderating the panels for our guests, John Michaels, Eric Voss, and Tommy Bechtold from Rockstar.
I am so excited, dude. Like, it's so cool because those who have been with our channel for a while, John D. Michaels is a Squid Game actor, but he occasionally comes on Kyber Cave After Dark. He probably hasn't been on in, 3 months or so.
He's been very busy.
Yeah, he's been super. I mean, the man's a professional.
Working.
But he is here in the States, and we kind of threw this con together around when he was going to be here, which is why we put this thing together. This whole thing, we've only had a total of about 4.5, 5 weeks to put this all together. So all of the marketing.
Yes, thanks, Van.
Yes, and of course you know who did the majority.
For those who are curious, I made all the ads. I made the graphics. I booked the hotel for the guests.
That's right.
I did things. I sent out press releases to newspapers and radio stations and still took care of all the stuff on the channel that I do.
An entire con by
herself. But it was like Kyber. It was like convention planning boot camp.
Right. Well, that's basically how you got thrown into this channel, right? I mean, that's kind of how we roll around here.
For those who don't know, I joined 2 days before my first show, and I just was like, I came over and met Van the day of, and spent 3 hours editing. This is what I want. This is how we're gonna do it. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Okay, we're done. Okay, I'm gonna go home and I'll see you for the show. That's how it went.
And you've been with us ever since, doing a fantastic job.
Thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
All right, I think it's about that time. What do you think?
It's about that time.
Ooh, look, I got my little lightsaber. Oh, this is my new little toy.
You're gonna do your own.
Yeah, this has no smooth swing like our sabers do. Our sabers have the cool smooth. I have to make my own smooth swing.
Oh my goodness, that's so silly.
That's what you and McGregor. Right. You and McGregor kept getting in trouble on the set of.
Because he kept making the sounds while he was moving it around and stuff. Yeah.
Alrighty. So this saber, once again, is called the Raider by TXQ. We want to thank TXQ as our sponsor for allowing us to give this away. This comes with 12 different colors built in. You don't have to buy separate little crystals for $20 each to change the color. No, all those colors are built right in. You've got 10 different characters: Luke, Ahsoka, Palpatine. 2 versions of Kylo Ren, light side and dark side. This is rechargeable, auto shut off on the charging as well, flash on crash, blade lock. It's got all the features. And they all come with a 1-year warranty. So if anything happens to your saber at all, unlike some of the other unnamed big name companies, you don't have to mail us a saber and then wait 3 to 6 months for the saber to come back. All you do with us is you just pull out the core, ship off the core, and we ship you a brand new core so that you are up and playing right away. We make it easy like that for you. Don't forget, we're giving away a NeoPixel lightsaber in 2 weeks. I'm calling it right now. Goodness. We're going to hit 1,000.
You're saying it's happening.
It is happening. All right. So.
All right. Sorry. I was trying to be multitasking at the same time, and sometimes messages should not do that. I wanted to do something special, so give me 2 seconds.
Oh, okay. I will stall for 2 seconds.
Don't
forget, we have lots of programming. We have a brand new show Tuesday nights called Beatdown with our host DJ Wheelchair Beats. He is also the co-host of a show that I do on Wednesday nights called Hearts of Kyber. But our brand new show, Beatdown, basically it's schools from all around the country, sabering schools. You'll see people fighting and practicing, and then there's DJ beats over it. Pretty simple. That's all it is. Watch people beat each other up, listen to great music. That's what we do. That is every Tuesday nights. On Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. we have Gaming with Mets. And Wednesdays at 5 is Hearts of Kyber. Thursdays is Fours' night, and Fours, you never know what he's going to be uploading. Could be 2 Queens and a Fours. Could be Beards Gaming. You never know what kind of gaming it's going to be. Could just be him and Mrs. Fours.
Yep, doing their thing. All right, so who's ready to win a saber? All right, do you want to talk about the rules?
The rules. Thank you. Go ahead.
So the rules are: if you have won a saber in the past 3 months, you are not eligible for this time around. if you do win the Saber, you need to contact us. You are in charge of that. Our email is kybercaveproductions@gmail.com. Please, how would someone technically in a way prove who they are?
Well, they would say their screen name, right?
Their screen name. Yeah, I'm just saying anyone could email you and go, "Hey, that's my screen name."
I guess that's.
And so you know the only way I can specifically see to prove that.
You know, we don't deal with jerks here. At
you go
Kyber
to
Cave.
your
We've never had to
settings.
deal with
You
that
go
crap.
to your settings and screenshot your settings so that we can see your username in your settings. Graveyard, hi.
What is up? Man, all our fabulous producers. We were just talking about.
All right,
you,
guys.
John.
Who is ready for this? You ready?
Woo.
I'm ready.
I'm
Here
ready.
we go.
Maybe to be somebody I met today. That's
Okay,
happened.
that wasn't very.
Many times. Oh yeah, that was a little off.
Eamon's World of Greek. He just met you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's somebody I met today. Woo!
Yeah. Woohoo! Oh, is he here? Is he still here?
I hope so.
I hope he's here.
Thomas said, "Where's Danny?"
I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if he's still here. He is here.
You can see who's online right now, like.
Because through. So if you didn't know this, here's the YouTube app. You can actually start typing, or if they're in the chat, their name's there.
Oh.
And you can actually do it this way too, and you say participants, and it'll pop out everybody. Okay, it looks like he's not here and there. I was able to tag him because it's not showing as many people, but some people don't show up all the time. But anyway, I was able to tag him. Okay. I'm going to remove the screen share. That's really confusing. It's like YouTube rabbit hole, like diving in. Apple pies. Apple pie.
Yes, there will be another chance to win. The next chance to win. Yes. Not tonight, Sewong. But the next one will be a NeoPixel. And I don't know if it's going to be a Canon Saber or like one of their custom designs, but it will be a NeoPixel. Probably be a Golden Harvest, I'm guessing. I don't know.
Very excited.
Depends on how much we make or lose on this con next weekend.
We'll see. So Eamon's World of Greek, congratulations on your Saber win tonight. Please contact us.
Yes.
Because we don't always have contact info for everybody. So please email us at kybercaveproductions@gmail.com.
You can also get a hold of us on Facebook Messenger at either Kyber Cave or Kyber Cave Productions.
Yes, we have both pages that are separate. And go ahead and hit a follow to that page as well if you'd like.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we were only 43 away from the next sub, and we have a convention next weekend and a 1-week break from Saber Rattle. So yeah, I think in 2 weeks.
I'm pretty sure. I
better get a bigger drum roll ready. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. I hope you have a wonderful week. I will see you Wednesday morning for my gaming stream where Aubrey and I will continue the investigative journey for the Paynes Creek killings by EQ Studios, who actually have, I think it was, they have 18 days left on their Kickstarter. So if you want to go on our Facebook or you can check out our YouTube, for a couple weeks back, we had their director on as a guest and showed that, and we have a link to their Kickstarter. So, and it's an all or nothing one that does not get funded unless it reaches its goal. So that'd be great. Welcome back, Aaron. We just had the giveaway, my friend.
Yes.
So I'm sorry you missed out the actual giveaway part, but the winner is Eamon's World of Greek. All right, guys. Geek. So our last, geek. Worlds of Geek. Eamon's World of Geek. I apologize. Everything is Greek to me right now. So
don't
guys,
forget, we're off next week. Yes,
we'll be back in 2 weeks. Next week. Yes, we'll be back in 2 weeks. Come to KYBER CON. Come hang out. Come meet up. If not, we can say hi through some kind of video.
Right, and we can prove that we have legs.
Yeah, Graveyard, you will be there. Yeah, I do have legs. Honey, I could show you right now. No, that's weird. Okay. You guys have a beautiful week, and we'll catch you later. Bye.
Bye.